Alright, so it's a white collar crime.
Thank you for contacting the FBI. Can I have your first name, please?
Yes, my name is Juan.
What can I help you with today?
I just wanted to let you guys in on a lot of things that have been happening to me. Being subjected to psychological torture by neighbors and siblings. And I was wondering if there is an investigation that is ongoing at the moment. I'm trying to find out if you guys are involved because there is a matter of human rights violations that is coming up in the horizon here. There are a lot of things that have been happening in the last 9 months that lead me to suspect that I might be under investigation. And I have contacted you guys in the past with a FOIA request, and I was told that due to matters of national security, I wasn't able to get any input on that. And so I want to know if it's possible that I can schedule an appointment or something of the like in a nearby FBI headquarters where I stay.
Sir, we don't schedule appointments. We take in federal violations for the agents. We can't give any kind of updates on any pending or closed cases within the FBI.
Okay, the point is, it's a form of organized crime what's being done against me at the moment. Like I said,
Okay, sir, you need to contact your local authorities.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, you have a good day.
You too now. Bye.
Bye-bye. Call police department, can I help you?
Hi, yes. Who can I speak to report a white collar crime?
What's going on? Is it happening here in Colton?
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay, well, first of all, my name is Juan, and in the last, I want to say, I think 10 months now, I've noticed that I've been followed around by undercover convoys. I've been also traced by helicopters and fixed-wing surveillance aircraft that I linked back to the FBI and the DHS department. And the point is, I've contacted the FBI just a second ago, and they diverted me to my local police authorities. And that's why I'm calling you guys. You see, I don't necessarily know what's going on, but I want to verify whether or not I am being followed by you guys, or if this is, private corporations paying a shadow government that is harassing me day in, day out here. Okay, I just want to verify that. I know that due to the nature of investigations, you guys are not allowed to divulge this information, but I'm just letting you guys know that it's gotten to the point where I'm being psychologically tortured. Okay, I'm being subjected to systematic noise campaigns where I'm being sleep deprived. And a lot of things are happening that are touching in the aspect of human rights violations. And my constitutional rights are also being violated because I'm being robbed of my ability to experience what it is to be free. All right, everywhere I go, I'm being followed and all of that. So yeah, I don't know if you heard of anything like this in the past. I know it sounds absolutely, absurd, but it is true, and I do have the evidence for it. I've been documenting for the last, I want to say 6 months,
Yes, sir, you live here in Colton?
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually down the street from you guys here.
Did you want to come in and speak to an officer, or did you want us to send someone to your home?
Well, I would prefer to come in.
Okay.
And also, more specifically, I would like to speak to an expert who's involved in the investigations, and I would like to actually speak with Internal Affairs, because in the past I was pulled over for a minor traffic violation, and I informed the police officer that there's a difference between investigating someone and harassing someone, and I thought after that there was going to be an understanding and it was going to stop, but it just seemed to, I guess, get out of hand, and I just can't take this anymore. Like, I want to know what's going on. If it's not you guys, then I need to have someone investigate what's going on, because I'm being pushed to my limit here, and it's really starting to affect my mental health and my emotional stability. So like, I would like to come in and speak to an expert who is knowledgeable in the fields of I guess in investigating. I'm calling it a white collar crime because it's so organized, it's so elaborate what's going on here. Most people would not even believe me. Thankfully, I've been documenting, and I have the evidentiary proof to bring before a judge so that they can make the determination themselves. But like I said, it's definitely something that is going on, and I've reached my precipice here, and I really want to come in and speak to someone who can help me, because I really need help right now.
Okay, so when you're able to, go ahead and come down.
Okay.
I'll put a call for you, okay?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. All right, so there you have it. That's the Colton Police Department. All right, so this is what I wrote to the NSA. I said, I'm being subject to non-consensual human experimentation by covert Psyop, no-touch torture, remote neuromonitoring, MK-Ultra mind control techniques. I tried getting help from police and FBI regarding the organized covert community-wide harassment and stalking. My own perception is being used as a psychological weapon against me with electronic harassment techniques. I have also experienced employment sabotage, transportation sabotage, slander and defamation campaigns in my neighborhood and within my own family itself. Consequently, I'm being gaslighted and subjected to ambient abuse, psychological murder, etc. I have reason to suspect that I am under 24/7 unconstitutional surveillance and other forms of unlawful espionage. The remote neural monitoring is an invasion of my privacy in my own mind and has altered and brought about behavioral modification to that point where I'm being mind controlled against my will. Alright, so that's what I sent the NSA.
1 million personnel. I mean, just think of that in terms of standing armies. Look up some of the numbers on active military personnel in countries like Russia and China and the United States, the European Union, and you'll start to understand just how many, 1 million people are, and what can be done with that type of manpower in a situation like this domestically. So one of the things I think that is an advantage of the security industry, number one, it's private. So if you were going to roll out an army of gang stalkers across the United States to mess with people, to track people, to surveil people, to follow people, and to make their lives a general hell to live every day, then you would have to do it covertly. You would have to do it in a way that is not noticeable to the rest of society. And in fact, the tactics that are used by private security companies and gang stalkers at large are specifically designed to avoid detection, not from the targeted individual, but to avoid detection from the general public. And so it's a very interesting surveillance situation. It fits right in with other surveillance situations where they want the targeted individual to know that they're following them. And so in a normal surveillance situation, you do not want the person you're following to know that you're following them. They actually want the TI to know they're being followed because it has the maximum psychological impact. While at the same time, they need to do it in a way that your neighbors and your friends and your coworkers and your family do not know that they are doing this to you, because the entire point of the program is to convince everybody else that the TI is crazy. And so they need to surveil you and gang stalk you in such a way that other people don't notice that they're doing it. But I was driving with a friend, and we were being followed by people, obviously gang stalkers, and it was one of the last friends that I was able to have before this massive organized stalking campaign completely destroyed my life as well. And now I'm completely isolated as well. And we were being followed by people, obviously gang stalkers and military intelligence in my case, but they drive in regular vehicles. They're in modern trucks, SUVs, sedans, every kind of car. Many of them are Chevys. So these are some of the things I noticed. But we're being followed by these people, and what they will do is the otherwise unmarked car will have military stickers on it. They'll have license plates that say Air Force. They'll have stickers that say Marine Corps or Army.
Program collusion at large, expose HARP. The government controls the climate. Got me watching my back, seeking political asylum. Tearing that harming, know what I mean? Tracking, combo behind me. I'm shaking the scene. What a nightmare that's become of the American dream in a society where truth is looked upon as obscene. The game is over. Jaguar versus the Cobra. New world order, reptilian take over.
Direct overhead as I'm practicing my raps.